Hello and welcome to the final OCVarsity Gridiron show of the season. I am Jonathan Khamis. I'm being joined by Steve Fryer and Dan Albano. Guys, we're talking about our favorite memories of the 2016 football season. Steve, I'll start with you.
Well, gosh, I really don't know where to start, but little segments I have in my head. Amon-Ra making like a one-hand catch in the end zone. Tay Lee from Colonel Del Mar making these ridiculous jumping grabs that I've seen. Santa Ana High School guys coming on the field, with a bunch of spirit following the American flag coming on the field. I thought that was pretty choice.
One of their best seasons in a long time.
It's so great, and to see a team that was just so bad for so long. 0-10 just a few years ago, and then they win a league championship and they get it going. They finish the regular season undefeated, outstanding. And then Buena Park beat La Habra was pretty big because Buena Park a few years ago was pretty awful too. So for me, it's always the stories about the teams that were down for so long and then they come rise up and they have a great year. So that's always fun for me.
For me, it's not a team that's been down, but a team that went out with a bang in their coach's final year. And that's Edison's head coach, Dave White. The Chargers really rallied this season. If you want to call them a team of destiny, sure. But they went through the CIF playoffs, played some tough competition guys, had to come back for a couple of games, won CIF. Coach White goes out as a CIF champion once again, and he's actually he's one of the better guys in the county, and we really wish him the best in his future endeavors. Let's see if he coaches again, but I know he's going to have we'll see. He's going to have fun watching his son play at Yale. Dan, your favorite memories of this past year?
Well, I want to echo Dave White's your sentiments on Dave White because he's such a respected guy, just a class act. Father of three boys. He just really relates so well with the kids. And my favorite memory with Coach White really was when his relationship with Coach Bruce Rollinson at Mater Dei and seeing them shake hands and congratulate each other after that last game at Mater Dei and Edison. The last time those guys would go on, and just the respect they had, public, private, all the boundaries down. These guys were good friends, good competitors, no doubt. So that was tremendous. And my lasting impressions, last thing that I'll see on the football field for 2016 was San Clemente celebrating a state title, and it was seeing those boys after Jack Sears had this, victory clinching interception, seeing the guys, spill onto the field, run on the field, form a dog pile in the end zone. It was watching some of the video and stuff, and the kids, seeing a couple kids roll on the ground, just in happiness, jubilation, rolling on the ground, hugging each other. There was a lot of that. The teammates, Brandon Reeves, had a great game. His punt return was a highlight. But seeing different kids go up and hug him, and Brandon Reeves was sobbing, and the love of the teammates, it was tremendous stuff.
And that whole San Clemente vibe about one town, one team, it's totally
not just
legit.
a gimmick.
It's not contrived at all. It is so legit. And, some of the young people that we've had a chance to work with Reeves, Jack Sears, who's going to be just awesome at USC, everybody. It is legit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. One of my favorite years covering football, 2016 season. We saw a lot of highs for Orange County teams and anything in general as far as, how the football was played on the field, any rule changes. I know we talked about the CIF playoffs, so we kind of all like how that went down as far as Orange County teams getting a chance to win.
I think CIF is going to hopefully maybe tweak a few things. I know, our friends at Mission Viejo aren't happy about Division I, and I know, Newport Harbor had a tough deal, but I think the competitive equity is here to stay, and I think, that's Mater Dei St. John Bosco rivalry. I think that's going to be really strong in 2017. Mater Dei, had a great season. Breaking the league streak by Bosco in the Trinity League. That was a big deal. Amon-Ra's big punt return was a big play in that game. So they turned the tide, had a tough time in the finals, but I think Mater Dei is going to be loaded next year. Bosco is going to be very strong. And then Centennial, I'm sure will be strong. So I think as far as the competitiveness, those three really continue to stand out and will in the future.
Steve, your final thoughts going into next season? Well, we got to tease them for next year.
I'm sorry to see some good guys not coaching next year, not just Dave White, but Anthony White is now not going to be coaching at Buena Park. Chuck Peterson I always liked a lot. Orange Lutheran, good guy. Jim Hardigan and I go way back, had a lot of good talks over the last 20-whatever years. So sorry to see some of those cats go. A lot of good young coaches in football, but, when you think about it, the coach at Marine is like number 2 in tenure in the Sunset League.
Jeff Turley's done a great job.
Yeah, but he's number 2 in tenure. You know, I mean that's crazy to me. A guy who's been around that recently come into the head coaching ranks. Scott Myers-Servite is number 3 in tenure in the Trinity League. So kind of sorry to see a lot of good dudes go, but looking forward to next year. We got so many really good players coming back. I mean, Mater Dei is going to have the 10 of the 11 starters on offense come back with JT Daniels. There's so many good young players at Margarita. Edison will be fine. Whoever they get as coach, they're going to be really good as well. Marina, you saw that. Santa Ana, are they building something pretty cool over there too? Yorba Linda wins the CIF title, man. Maybe that's a program that's going to be on the top for a long time now too with Coach Bailey. It goes on and on, man. I could talk forever about it, but it's a lot of fun to see what's going on.
All right, thanks to Steve. Thanks to Dan. By the way, we're at the OC Fairgrounds at this brand new site. We're at the all-county football photo shoot. We're not going to say who made the team. That's still a secret. We'll unveil that in the next couple days.
There's parents over there taking photos. We're doing the photo shoot right over there.
Keep it on the low.
The thing's on Facebook probably right now.
There's a lot of different colored jerseys. That's what we can say. Yeah. Okay, so once again,
spectrum.
All kidding aside, I want to thank Steve and Dan for joining us all year. And it's been a pleasure covering Orange County football this year. We'll be doing it next year for 2017. And you got to follow OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.